Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. So congratulations with the quiet ones.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So it was very suspenseful to watch this movie. While at the same time it had that vulnerable side of one of the characters. Well, two in particular. But so how did you do your magic to work that balance?
I think by trying to understand who these people are as real life persons with family and things to lose, and I think trying to view them as in a way regular people who are doing like really unusual who take like very unusual choices, and try to see if I can figure out what are the similarities between them and myself. Where is it I can understand them, and then make sure that drawn into the light. Because I think it's very easy for people to say, "Well, they're not like me. They're criminals. They're not like me." But I think in reality, there are a lot of similarities if we dare to look at them. And I think I wanted to try to pull them out into the light in a way.
Yeah, they're just like us. They just have more, they just execute their thoughts.
Yeah, I mean they from what I've experienced, at least in all my research, and not only with this project but with other projects as well, it's like it's rarely the case that people are, the villain in their own stories. They don't always have, in a way of justifying what they did as being the right thing to do. And I think that was also the case with these criminals. It was done, during the financial crisis back in 2008, where the stock markets crashed famously, where the society in a way had been promoting greed to an extent where everything came crashing, down our ears. And I think for these people who stood in a way on the outside of society, they want to be a part of it as well. They want to be a part of, getting the cool car and getting the house and getting, they want it too. And I think, when society in a way tells us to buy and purchase and, spend, that's going to trickle down to the people who can't as well. And it's going to, it can form ideas that why shouldn't I have the things that you have? And I think that that to me felt exciting.
Now tell me about picking up on this job and directing The Quiet Ones. It's a
Mhm.
story inspired by a true story and
Yeah.
getting to put it together to go on screen.
I've been a part of this from the very early beginnings. It That has been a project that I've been really, really wanted to make for a long time. And so when I managed to get into contact with the real life main organizer of the robbery, and he agreed to help us develop the script, I felt like we had a very, very unique way into this story. And to me, that was like the selling point of it. It was like we actually have the guy available to us, the guy who stood in that exact building, who knew what it felt like to carry the money out of that cash handling facility, who knew what it felt like to be in a high speed pursuit with police and throw nail bombs out the window and so forth and so forth. Um, and and he was a major help in terms of us understanding and making sure that the world that we portray felt real and accurate. Um, so I mean, it was just so much of a joy. It's been a childhood dream of mine to make a film like this, especially with the types of people that we were able to put in the film as well.
Well, hold on. I did not know this. This is breaking news for me. You were in touch with someone that was involved?
Yeah, yeah. The real main Danish organizer of the robbery, the inspiration to the main character, that guy. Uh, yeah.
How did he feel when he was approached?
I mean, he had been in prison. He had been in prison for the crime, and he had been part of writing a book about his experiences as a career criminal. I don't think he had ever thought that there was going to be made a movie out of it. But I was just very upfront with him, and I told him that I had no intention of making the film about him, but I wanted to understand him. And I wasn't trying, it was very important for me that he didn't go into this project thinking that I was going to portray him as a hero, but I was going to portray him as a human being. And I think that was exactly what he wanted to hear in a way, that I didn't have any ill intentions, and I didn't really, I didn't have any moral high ground. I was just interested in finding out who he was and why he did it.
What's his name?
Stefan Anderson.
While you spoke to him
Mhm.
for this, what was it about him that kind of told you or spoke to you about his story?
I think the idea of, we started to talk about why he did it. And I think I assumed it would have been money. And he said, because I could. And I felt like that was a different answer than what I'd expected. And I asked him, like, why was it important to show that you could? He was like, I didn't have anything else at that point to fall back on. His boxing career had been falling apart. He had been training all his life, and now it was kind of falling apart. And he didn't have anything else because he had a very stained criminal resume. So he couldn't really go out and get any job or just go out and get an education. So he was a little bit, backed up against the wall. So when this opportunity presented itself, that was his only chance of showing to himself that he could be somebody. And I think that idea of being somebody was something that I could understand and something that I could empathize with, even though I don't sympathize with his actions. I can empathize with the way he was thinking. And I think to me, that was like the combining tissue between him and us.
It's really sad to hear. It's like this lost soul. Like, what do you do? Might as well.
Yeah. And I think it was really that. It was like, I don't have anything else to do, then okay, I can't afford for this to fall to the ground as well.
But we have the other side. We have a character, Maria, who plays the security guard, and
Yeah.
like the best in her class, and yet is faced in this dilemma. What was it like portraying this badass female?
It was so cool. I mean, I was really glad that Amanda wanted to be a part of the film. We had written the part for her, so I had to, I mean, when I approached her in the beginning, I was like, I'm pretty lost if you don't say yes, because I don't know who to go to if you don't say yes. And then luckily she did say yes. No, I think that part of the story, like, it shows another character who's on the other side of the law, who's on the right side of the law, but who has the exact same mentalities, the exact same mentality going on for her. That she's incredibly disciplined, that she's not easily scared, and that maybe is also what becomes her downfall. That she has an idea of what is right and what is wrong, and she's very driven to what she wants in life. And I think it's in a way fun to hold up a mirror to our main character, for a character who's on the other side, who's like the complete opposite, but then shares a lot of the worldview in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the idea, and I think she's super cool. I mean, her scenes are super cool.
Yeah, no, the scene with Maria and Casper it said a lot. It spoke a lot.
Yeah.
That's why people have to watch this movie February 21st.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Frederik, for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you, Nancy.
And
no